Hello guys and welcome to Let's Talk. Welcome to another video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about self-esteem. So have you ever wondered how would your life be different, or how would your position in society be different if you had all the self-esteem in the world? You had like all the confidence, you walked into this room, people's eyes just turned on you. How would you interact with people differently? So today we're going to talk about 5 tips in which you can use to help increase your self-esteem. Let's get into this video. Okay, so I feel like we've all kind of maybe struggled with like self-esteem at one point in our life. I know definitely I have. Like growing up, like people used to make fun of me for having like too much body hair or like whatever the issue was. And one day I decided, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with self-esteem issues anymore. I'm going to find ways that I can boost my self-confidence. So tip number 1, limit your time on social media. Studies have shown that there is a correlation between high amounts of time spent on social media and then higher rates of depression. So a solution to this is put time limits on your phone. I personally limit myself to only 30 minutes of social media a day. And one thing to remember is that we are built in God's image. God created you and He looked at you and He said, it is done. It is perfect. So once we keep that thought in our mind that God created us and He thought that we were good, it'll help build your self-esteem when you see yourself from the Creator's point of view. Alright, tip number 2. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I think that's the biggest thing, like in society has like these set structures. Oh, like you need to get married by 25, you need to have the kids before you're 30, blah, 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 blah. You need to have like your big girl job between this certain age. And many times we go through life, we're like comparing ourselves like, oh no, like this person has this and I don't have this and this and that. And that like over time like eats away at your self-esteem. So a solution for this is be your own person. God has made you unique and special for a reason. Don't worry about what Joe's doing. Joe has a different purpose and you have your own purpose. Find your purpose and realize your special uniqueness and go out into the world and be bold. Stop wasting your time looking at other people's achievements. Put that same energy into creating achievements of your own. Tip number 3, raise your standards. When you raise your standards and you surround yourself with people who have like-minded goals than you, it'll help you motivate you and keep you on track. High standards also allows you not to stand for mediocrity. So there's a famous quote that I like. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. So a solution to this, go over your standards. See how you can raise and elevate them so that you can keep yourself accountable to a higher standard. Tip number 4, develop self-discipline. Proverbs 25 verse 28 says, a man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls. So your self-esteem is directly linked to self-control and discipline. So when someone has discipline, they make sure that they stay on top of their goals and that they're able to accomplish what they have set out for themselves. This leads to success and a higher self-esteem. So a solution to this is practice self-discipline in small increments. And over time, as you get used to being self-disciplined, you'll be able to apply this to bigger goals and bigger mindsets that you have. Tip number 5, know who you are in Christ. And I think this is one of the biggest tips out of all of them. Once you know who you are in Christ and you know your identity, you're better able to interact with people and see yourself from Christ's point of view as opposed to other people's point of view. So once you validate yourself in Christ and you see yourself as Jesus sees you, your self-esteem will soar. And if you're struggling with self-esteem or self-confidence, ask for it. God said, ask and you shall receive. Don't be afraid to ask God to help you to increase your self-esteem and your self-worth in Him. So thank you so much for tuning into this Let's Talk video. Please, if you have any tips or any stories to share, stuff that has helped you boost your self-esteem and self-confidence, please leave them down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with your friends and family. And thank you so much for joining us today on Let's Talk, and we'll see you next week.